Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azeroth. Been back with more Blood Elf campaign, again post-commentary, just having a little bit of fun. And I do have a surprise guest in the background, although they will not be appearing. I'm going to try to continue to comment as though nothing's going on, but I am drunk, a little bit drunker on wine. Oh, there's a rumbly in my tumbly, and there's the only thing that can handle it. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and made some arcane golems. I'm going to be trying to assault that base. Finished up, I do send group 2 up to try to wipe out the remnants of purple, just on the off chance that there might have been some reinforcements coming from that angle. Although, as we can see, nothing really on its way, luckily. Phoenixes are a bit annoying, as the only heroes that can attack them without, or actually I think most of my heroes should have orb upgrades at this point. I'm sending the occasional reinforcement in there, having established my secondary base down south. And as ever, my Blood Knight hero, an invaluable source of healing and support to the rest of the group. I think without that hero, this campaign would have been infinitely harder. I love that goblin. Ah! Just that scream. I don't know, I went a little bit yellow. I got what you need. Ooh, got what you need, I have. I figured that there would be some combat going on in that area, so I dropped down her ultimate. As you can see, most of the fight's going to be taking place in that area now.
Establish a perimeter.
He's going to hit like one unit with that attack. How embarrassing. My Zeppelin's already on the way. I don't actually remember why. I think it was mostly just as soon as I was done with that base, I was going to have to teleport myself over to the blue base. Teleport via Zeppelins. As many of you didn't know, but Zeppelins have teleport, an unknown goblin invention that didn't actually gain much popularity because it turned out it would usually turn you inside out, result in some kind of other damage like that. But the ultimate is proving to be a decent source. Oh god, that mana drain. Lorthamar is going to have no mana all game because I never shut down that mana drain. I'm trying to save Alessandra, but I don't know if she's going to get a mana drain on her. Luckily, not a health drain. I finally get my stun lockdown combo going on, but the lockdown for whatever reason doesn't actually happen. I think he mana drained to the point where she couldn't afford it, or I canceled it by accident. But we want to make sure we kill those phoenixes before they resurrect. Ah, go to hell, you blood mage douchebag. Group up and heal.
Are you threatening me?
I'll have it up in no time.
Are you threatening me?
You can't even do it. It's too difficult. Arcane Column on his way back to full health.
I'll have it up in no time.
Allow me to remove my hat. You know, funnily enough, there was. It's silly how the human mind just does this sort of thing, but one negative comment on my hair amongst a dozen positive comments on my video is enough to make me go, what? I didn't mean to go bald. It's not like I did it on purpose. What? Garsh. Mickey, do you think that's the nicest thing you could have said? Probably not. You, Archer. You're getting locked down.
Just talking about you.
Let's go ahead and make sure that everything is recording properly. I will be right back. And welcome back, guys. Sorry, I actually jumped to the wrong part of the video, so now I opened up the video to make sure that everything was recording properly, but of course I did it with Windows Media Player, which closed my previous Windows Media Player episode that was going, so I had to jump back and try to figure out where I was. No need to upgrade the final. Since I'm not going to be suffering any more attacks with the green base seemingly under control and fully pacified, there was no real reason to upgrade the defense on my structures, as they're not going to be the main source of problem anymore. It's going to be the main source of problem is getting enough units to kill off everything. I think they use the Granite Golem. I think it's actually probably the Granite Golem model with a custom skin on top of it for those arcane golems. They appear about the same and they make the same noise, the grumbling of rock. Which very much reminds me of Everlasting Story, or the Everlasting... Yeah, is that it? The Neverending Story? With the big mountain that just... Oh, my... He kind of reminds me of Treebeard with his very slow, stately way of talking. His, you know, long-reaching view of things. And my Arcane Golem's getting mana burned. But I figure, why allow my Arcane Golem to get mana burned when I can have my hero get mana burned? I know, I'm a master of efficiency. There's no doubt as to that. And I'm really glad that you guys can finally hear the beautiful music that has been added to this campaign. The World of Warcraft Blood Elf music, that just gorgeous a cappella singing of that theme. I gotta figure out who does that because her voice is perfect. I can't compare to her beauty, but I try. And again, the funny thing was, I didn't think you guys could hear the music. I didn't think you guys could hear the sound. So the non-existent thing that's going on in the background that you guys couldn't hear in the original recording is me trying to convey the importance, the majesty of that singer, and nothing was getting through. It's a little bit embarrassing. It's happened, I think, about 4 or 5 times now since I've been a caster that I have thought I was recording something, and it turned out I was just absolutely not. Mortifying, assure me. And actually, one of the first times happened in Valerie's house, and I walked out so dejected afterwards. I told her about it. I was like, I did a thing, and I'm very sad about the thing. I think this is where I was like, well, I don't have any units nearby, so why not just go ahead and... Did I buy... Oh, that's right, you can't put Goblin Sappers inside of Goblin... Probably because the Goblins are like, I'm not having that guy in my ship, he could blow it the hell up. Yeah, they won't let Goblin Sappers inside Goblin Zeppelins. Why? That is like self-hating Jews. I don't get it. So, and funnily enough, like, I think they're modeled a little bit after with their pure... I'm going to get in trouble, but they're pure income-minded sense of things. I want to get a good sense of what's going on in the base, and I have a little bit of money to burn, so I go ahead and scan the base of it to see where my main landing platform will be. And there it is, perfectly set up for me. And you guys will have to remind me, please tell me in the comments. Yellow's a little bit on the defensive. Please remind me in the comments whether or not this epic part of the music that we're hearing right now, the drums, the sense of impending doom, was a part of the original Blood Elf music that we heard in World of Warcraft in their starting area. You'll have to let me know. And I'm not doing much micro here on my archers in the back, just sort of letting them die, unfortunately, to guard towers and whatnot as my units. Yeah, you can hear... Actually, that might have been an enemy Blood Elf unit that died, but I'm almost positive there's an archer who's going to be eating a giant dick in just a minute. And will I be damaging all my units with her ultimate? Probably! Oh, good, it didn't go off, thank the Lord. But Inner Fire, an unbelievable source of durability for human and Blood Elf armies, and there's Alar. God, again, this is just amazing how they managed to entwine all of these little boss fights that we saw in Burning Crusade while at the... my units. They're taking damage from my own attack. Anyway, it's amazing how they managed to intertwine. They added Alar, and in the finale, you're going to see that they actually added in every single boss fight that you fought in the Sunwell? I want to say that's the name of the the raid that you went through. I thought that was a neat little touch, and they sort of gave you the entire storyline. And I'm sure, Sir Ordo, if you're listening to this, you'll tell me that it's messed up, it's wrong. The characters are are just inappropriate, and certain people should have been substituted for others. But I liked this. It was fun to play through. It felt like it was a really good time, except of course for the finale where things bugged up for bugger all. I don't know why they messed up. Ashes of Alar remains the Phoenix God, Alar. I didn't see if I had to kill his body a second time to keep from resurrecting, but the ashes are there, and I'll be picking them up with Eowyn at first and transferring over to the Lorthamar, I think. And now that we've killed that base, the Phoenix are mine, if I can only keep them alive. But since the AI is rather dumb, they're not going to kill off the already dropped Phoenix eggs, and they'll focus on the existing attackers. Can I ask you a question? I have many questions about what's going on there. That was literally, I have nothing else to spend my money on, so let's go ahead and upgrade that. This base is just getting cleaned up, so let's go ahead and skip forward a little bit. I'm interested to see how you guys think of this. Alright, I'm cleaning up Blue's base. We're going to see, there we go, I've loaded up all my units into the Transports, my new mission is to destroy the yellow base now that I have control of all the Phoenix, and that should be a relatively easy mission to accomplish, given the fact that it's hard-pressed by orange. Of course, a few of orange's units have been redirected to my base as Dragon Rider's a little confused. He's like, I hate that phone. I'm an orc. This is the orc voice, right? I don't know what felt orcs sound like. Probably a little bit more guttural, if that's possible for an orc. I'm more scouting than anything else. I probably could have used the goblin watchtowers, but I just wanted to get into the base and drop the units before anything else happens. Now, unlike StarCraft, if your transport is destroyed, your units just drop to the ground and have a dazed effect rather than dying completely. I'm assuming because Goblin Zeppelins don't fly at the same altitude. What? Oh! Oh no! Oh, my ultimate's killing all my units! I didn't know yet. I swear I didn't understand that her ultimate kills all units regardless of affiliation. Oh, it's embarrassing to watch in the hindsight, but whatever. My Goblin Wrecker's gonna do a little bit of damage before he dies. Swordsman says, do not let them reach Tempest Keep. But I think orange is not really their main problem. And in fact, they had plenty of forces that could have been redirected to the front, but instead got redirected to fighting me. Probably. I'm the bigger threat at this point, to be honest. And orange's single Dragon Rider, or Wyvern Rider, continues to be a problem for me. But a remarkable number of Void Spawn will allow us to keep that advantage we have. I think I'll take another drink of wine at this point, as we watch the destruction that occurs. Oh yes, those Arcane Towers do extra damage to summon units. They do that voodoo that I do so well. Single Swordman trying to beat down the archer. He's like, I know my job. His job's not going to get him very far. He's got defend, but the things that are hurting him are magic based, not piercing, you fool. Now, please, in the comments, this will give you an idea of my ability if I were to record an entire Azeroth Wars episode without commentary and then go back, having watched the main attacks and recorded those, and then replay it with post-commentary. It offers me the ability to rewind, pause, show you guys exactly what's going on, and sort of bypasses the negative aspects of the Warcraft 3 replay system, which, as you all know, is, in order to save size, what they did, they recorded all the commands that were entered during the game. It is not an actual recording of the game itself. It is a recording of the commands that were entered during the game and then replayed by the computer with that input. So it's not possible to rewind because there's no actual file that you're watching. It's just what the computer's told to do. So it can't resurrect units. It can't go back in time. It can't go forward in time. It has to play through at... You can, of course, increase the speed, but you can't pause. You can pause, but you cannot rewind. There's no rewinding. There's no jumping around. And if I were to do the post-commentary on an Azeroth Wars episode and bring you guys the highlights of it, that would allow me an interesting ability to dissect the minute details of combat and discuss them. Oh, I'm gonna hit my own units again! Discuss them in a look at it! Oh, it hurts! A much more detailed manner. Oh, it hurts to watch! So let me know if you guys would like to see that in the next episode of Azeroth Wars. I'm going to do a test. Episode 68 will be done in that manner, and then episode 69 will be a game that I played as the North Alliance with a few well-known fans who, I will say, did an excellent job. We had a lot of fun, and I don't think, a spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but I honestly don't think we actually left Northern Lordaeron at any point. We just held. I saw quite a few corpses on the ground, and I thought, you know what, if you're gonna keep what you kill, use the bones, use the corpses, make void spawn, you know, just be a good person in general. Don't wait. Don't hunt for fun and trophies. No, use the bodies. Save the arcane goal. I don't know why it appears to be on halftime speed right now. Go ahead and fast forward as the base is being destroyed. As you can see, no real defenses left to them at the moment. Just units trying to... But Orange actually brings its force into the base, and I think my job was to keep Orange from reaching that yellow circle of power. Now, I say that in hindsight. More at the time, I was more like, ooh, Orange is here, and I'm kicking ass. I think I'd like to try to test my mettle against them. Luckily, Lady Bosch already activated her ultimate, which I'll be able to stun here out of her just a minute. There we go. No longer that big of a threat, but Kargath always going to force. For once, I managed to drop an attack that damages more enemy units than my own. I know, I'm getting better. Aren't you proud of me? Suns go off, and I don't think there's a chance of this enemy force actually killing. I locked down all the enemy heroes, no problem whatsoever. I've only just realized that I have another person in my room. Is it bad that I completely forgot? Probably. Indicative of my mindset more than anything. His name's Tyler. He's very pretty. That's why I blew him a kiss. What can I tell you? I'm a man of many interests. Among them including cute feet. It's a funny thing. Oh, look at the toes wiggling. And as we wind down this episode, we can see that no real problems have occurred. Once we destroyed the main two enemy bases, it was more a matter of how many units can I mass up before Orange actually gets to that circle of power with one of his/her heroes. I'm not going to assign a gender role to the computer because I think that's a little bit presumptuous. It could be a he, it could be a her, it could be an it could be a them, a they. It's like ascribing a gender identity to a baby. There's no real need at that point. They do net my Phoenix. How dare they? Yet again, I can't help feeling like this is on half-time speed. Is there any way to fix that? My confusion reigns supreme at the moment. Play, pause, stop, exit, full screen, pause, volumes, nothing. Okay, let's go back to the game. And zip ahead a bit to the destruction of Yellow's base. We can see it's just a matter of formality at this point. Game speed! Oh, okay, that's why it was going on. At some point, I managed to put the game speed at halftime speed rather than fast. I'd forgotten it was an in-game temporary problem that we'd seen. And again, it just went up to slow, and then I had to go back to normal difficulty. There we go, everything moving at normal time speed. Final bits of Yellow's base being wiped up. Oh, I'm sorry, I've gone... Alright, you ready for my horrible Azathan voices? Here we are, the destruction of the base. Main quest completed. The betrayal. I like that my Zeppelins are damaged. It's very real. Prince Kael'thas's forces have fallen. They tried to hold us back, but they were nothing against our might. Actually, hold on. I have a moment. I have a moment that is rarely...
Which one is this?
This is a Warlock.
Prince Kael'thas's forces have fallen. They tried to hold us back, but they were nothing against our might. He has needed his demonic stronghold in our beloved home. Nested his demonic stronghold in our beloved home, Tempest Keep. We will storm the stronghold with all of our might and ensure... I'm bad at this.
What the... That's a man. I know it looks very effeminate.
Kael.
Bravo, Alessandra. Bravo. Is this what you wanted? All this slaughter of your own people? And now you want to kill their only leader?
You are no leader of the Blood Elves. You are a disgrace to our people. I cannot wait to dispose of your wretched body.
Oh my. So confident, Alessandra. And so foolish. You will fall to your knees in front of the Burning Legion. As will the three of you. I may still spare Eowyn and Lorthamar as they were not offered a choice. Your reign is over, my lord.
Let us go. It is time he felt the true taste of death. It has finally time, my love.
Oh yeah, and an amazing cameo appearance from our friend Valerie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. This is the final post-commentary episode you'll be seeing from the one, the only, the Azeroth. Thank you for joining me for the Blood Elf campaign. I will see you in the finale. Until next time, guys. Bye.